I was reading a book once of a Holocaust survivor who was, unfortunately, although he came from a frum home, unfortunately, like many, he did not remain frum after the camps. And okay, Rahman Litzlan, it was a terrible Nisayan, certainly not for us to judge anybody. But what really bothered me was that he was writing that when he was in the camps, he was there, and in the beginning, his father and I believe it was his uncle, they were there. His father was suffering terribly, and he tried to bring food to his father. His father refused to eat it. He brought him a piece of treif of food, mamash echta treif, and he brought it to his father. He said, if you don't eat it, you're not going to live. And his father said, nothing doing. I'd rather not live if I have to eat treif of food. There's nothing to talk about. I will not eat this. And he pleaded with his father. His father said, nothing doing. And his father, Nebuch, was nifter. He died. He died of starvation and all the other suffering, but he died. And it caused me, and unfortunately this person was the only survivor in his family. And he himself, he's writing this book, you can already see that although he was, there was some cultural Jewishness there, he himself wasn't a Shomer Torah Mitzvahs at all. And he was writing about his two children, and they were not Shomer Torah Mitzvahs, very clearly not. And it really bothered me, because okay, I can't judge him. But that he doesn't have children of Shomer Torah Mitzvahs, I hear he wasn't, they aren't. But his father was Moiser Nefesh. Mamish Moiser Nefesh. Tried everything he could and gave his life abi not to eat tarfus. How is it possible that this is all that's left of him? Now again, we don't know the Darkei Hashem, the storm Darkei Hashem, we don't know. So my kasha is not really a kasha. But it's a thought that I had, like this kind of Mesiras Nefesh. How could it disappear? How could it not bear fruit? When I finished the book, at the back of the book, he has pictures of his family. And yeah, the pictures are what you would expect them to be. He and his wife and his kids, nobody there. Then he had a few pictures of some of his grandchildren. He only has a few. And again, your heart hurts to see it. And then I came to one picture. And over there he had a picture of a granddaughter. And this granddaughter is sitting there, mamash belavush tzenua mamash, with children that look as erlich, they could fit into any yeshiva and any Beis Yaakov anywhere in the world. And it's clear, somehow, somewhere, this girl came back on the path. And I can't tell you the simcha that I had from when I saw that. And I said to myself, right, we know, we always know that the Dvar Hashem is emes. We always know Mesiras Nefesh doesn't go unrecognized, doesn't go unrealized, doesn't go unrewarded. But to be able to see it as a mamash like this, to see this woman who is there with her husband and her children, and you're looking at echte Shomer Torah Mitzvahs, mamash erlich yidden, something unbelievable. So when we look at our children, and we see sometimes we maybe struggle a little bit with them, sometimes they struggle with somebody else, you got to know the Mesiras Nefesh that we do. Just keep on being Moiser Nefesh, be Moiser Nefesh for Torah, be Moiser Nefesh for mitzvahs. It never is going to go away. It's never going to not have that effect. And that's a very important idea that we take out of, we can extract from this beautiful idea that Reb Chaim shares.